Two people were kissing when the girl's father arrives and is surprised to see it. She then asks her daughter what was going on there. The man compliments the girl's father and says that he was her boyfriend. She says she was happy to have met her daughter's boyfriend and asks him to sit down so they can talk. She told him to sit on the couch, then he asks what she wanted to talk about. She asks her daughter's boyfriend if he really wanted to move in with him. He says yes, and then the girl's father asks the man how old he was. He tells her that he was a little older than her daughter, which makes her father a little worried about that. She then asks what the man worked with, and he says that unfortunately, at the moment he wasn't working, but that he was always doing some jobs to get some money. She asks if the man knew that her daughter was not yet 18, and he says yes. She then asks the man where they were going to live, and he says that the intention was for them to live at the man's parents' house. He said that there was a good room in that house and that they could live there for a while. She then tells her daughter that, as she already knew, her father abandoned them a long time ago. She then proceeds to tell her daughter that she would prefer her to stay in that house, at least for the next few months, until she turns 18. She said that the house was too big and that she was going to be alone, living there, without her daughter. She says that if anything happened to her, that house would be the girl's. The girl asks about her boyfriend, and the father said it was okay for the man to live in the house with them. She says that even though the man didn't have a job, she didn't see a problem with the man living with them. The girl is happy and says that her father was being very nice to them. The father then says that it would be good for the man to live there, as he could help with the security of the place. The man thanks him and says that he hadn't thought of that possibility. The father then says that all he needed to do now was for the girl to go for some tests so that she wouldn't get pregnant. The girl then goes to her father and asks if he was really serious about it. He asks what she was talking about, and she asks if he was serious about letting her boyfriend live there. The father then asked her if that was what his daughter really wanted, and she said yes. He tells her that his daughter was no longer a child and that if she wanted that, she could have it. He said he hoped everything would work out, and the girl thanks her father for doing it for her. Later, the man tells the girl that he was very hungry, but she told him that he didn't need to worry because soon her father would bring her breakfast. At that moment, the father arrives and the girl asks where their breakfast was. The father then said that his daughter couldn't play with those things, but she said it was serious and that she wanted their breakfast. The father tells her that she wouldn't prepare food for them, because now that his daughter was living with her boyfriend, she was going to have to take on some responsibilities. She asks, how did her daughter think they would do to feed herself? The girl says she didn't know, but she thought her father would help. The father then says that all his daughter needed to do was get up and prepare the food. The girl then says that her father knew she didn't know how to cook. She then asks her boyfriend if he knew how to prepare something, but he says that unfortunately, he didn't know how to prepare anything. She then gets up here, then they think about it and asks her father to take her to school because she was late. The father doesn't tell his daughter that she wouldn't take her to school either, because now that she was living with her boyfriend, she would have to do it herself. Later, she arrives to find her room all messed up. He then asks, how was her class? She says it was very tiring and asks him if he had prepared something for them to eat, as she was very hungry. He tells her that he was also very hungry and that she should prepare something for them to eat. She then asks him what he had been up to during the whole day she was away, and he said that after he returned home, he lay in bed and spent the whole day watching the movie. She asks if he really spent his whole day lying in that bed doing nothing. She said she couldn't believe her boyfriend had done that and that she was very hungry and that he hadn't prepared anything for them. He said he was very tired from taking her to school and that he was also very hungry. He then says that he was seeing that it could have been a mistake. He then tells her that she needs to wash his clothes, but that she should be careful, because they could spoil in the washing machine. She is very surprised by this, and the man said that her father always washed all her clothes and that she did not use the washing machine because they could ruin them. He then tells her that she should wash those clothes quickly, as soon he would have no more clothes to wear. She then said that she would not wash his clothes, that she had never done any laundry in her life, as her father had always done everything for her. He says those clothes wouldn't wash themselves, but she says they wouldn't and that he should do his own washing. He then tells her that she should do that to them. He knew that women had to take care of their husbands. The girl then goes to her father and asks where he has been. He finds that question strange and says he's been working. She is furious that her father left the house without any food and that she had nothing to eat and nothing to wear. She says her father should think about it more before he does it again. The girl's father then says that he had not left anything prepared as before he left for his daughter. He said that now that his daughter was married, she should do her own thing and that he wouldn't help her with that anymore. He says that now that she was married, she should do everything on her own. She then goes to her father, tells her that she couldn't stand living together with her boyfriend anymore. The father asks how it could have ended so quickly, since they had been living together for not even a day. The girl says that she couldn't stand living together with the man anymore and, although she loves him very much, she says that he didn't do anything and that he expected her to do everything for him. The father then tells his daughter that unfortunately society is very sexist and that she expected the woman to do everything to take care of her husband. She says that even though she had done everything for her daughter, she couldn't help anymore as she was now living with her boyfriend. Later, the man comes home and starts telling the girl that he had gone to a very good ice cream parlor and that he had an ice cream that he had really liked. He tells her that she should approve the next time they go there too, but she didn't seem to be happy about that. She then hands the man's clothes to him. He then tells the woman that he needed to apologize to her for the way he had treated her. He says it wasn't sure how he treated her, but that he thought of something they could do. He said his mother would come to the house to teach her how to do the laundry and how to prepare the food so that his mother had a restaurant and she could help. She then asks him what he would do while she was doing the household chores and then says that he would not do anything, as those chores were to be done by women he would be studying. She says that she also needed to study and that the man didn't want to work to help him, but he says that wasn't true. She then says that she loved the man very much, but that she couldn't go on like that. He then becomes desperate and told her that she couldn't break up with him as they loved each other very much and that they would spend the rest of their lives together, but she said that unfortunately she couldn't go through with it. She said she eventually realized it wasn't the right time for it. She says that this was a time when she needed to focus on her studies to have a better future and that the man was getting in the way of her getting it. She tells him that he didn't want to study and that it wasn't a good thing, but he says that he couldn't keep listening to it because he did everything for her and that she was treating him very badly. She said that wasn't true, because she was trying to do everything so that they could be together, but that the man wasn't trying to do the same and then said that she was very immature. He told her that she needed to grow as a person and that he didn't want to be by her side anymore, and then he leaves saying that another time he would come back to get her things. As he was leaving, the girl's father asked him where he was going, and then said that he was leaving, that he would not stay there anymore, since that was the girl's father's plan all along. He said that he was just like his daughter, that he didn't want to be around those people anymore because their stupidity was rubbing off on him. The girl's father told him that he should leave and never come back, and then the man storms off. The girl's father then goes to his daughter and asks how she was doing. The girl says that she was fine and that she had broken up with a man as she was going to focus on her studies at that time. She said she didn't know if she wanted that, even if she really wanted to be together with the man. She said that now she would focus on her studies and that she would seek to build a better life for herself so that she can live with a better person than the man, as he was not the ideal person for her. The girl's father then says that this was the reason why he had let the man live there, as he wanted her to see with her own eyes the reality. He says that this was the time for his daughter to study and enjoy her life and that she should not think about getting married at that time. He said he wanted his daughter to be very happy and that she should enjoy life more.